6 months ago today, I was working a labor job for a drywalling company in construction for $18 an hour. And I haven't had too many different jobs in my 20 years of existence, but I can, without contradiction, say that that was by far the worst job I've ever had in my entire life. Like, to know that I was making such an insignificant amount of money for such hard work and terrible treatment, like, I don't ever want to be put in that position again. And the thing about that job is that not only was I being miserable at work, but I carried it with me at home, right? Like I would come home and all of these dreams and plans that I had just never came to fruition. Like I planned to post videos and like, oh, I don't want to because I feel terrible. And I do think that's kind of its own problem of being at the whim of my feelings. Uh, and how that kind of quantifies the amount of things I actually get done. But that was me 6 months ago, and in the last 2 weeks now, I still work full time in construction, but I changed which company I work for, and I build my own home service business now for myself. And in the last 2 weeks, I have made, I can't say absolutely certain, but like somewhere between like $4,000 to $5,000, which is just like that's more than I made in like a month and a half working in that terrible job. And it's proof that you can get what you want by just doing something, right? Anything, just doing anything, just putting in work, putting in effort. Because everything that you want, I can't necessarily say it's achievable because I don't know you, but you'll never find out if you never try, right? Like you'll never know what you're capable of until you try because there's some things that we just can't do. Like I could never be an astronaut, right? But I'll never know 100% unless I really, really tried. Because who knows? Maybe if I dedicated myself for the next 20 years, I could, right? Like, who knows? But what I want to do is I want to be financially free and independent, and I want to travel the world, and I want to do so without having to work and save for 5 years first just to be able to afford a 1 week long vacation at a subpar hotel. And yeah, it was really hard because I was just in a terrible state of mind and I was super miserable working there and it felt like nothing was going right. And I just started doing something. I started posting ads and then I got a couple jobs and I'm like, okay, nice. So then I started posting more ads and then I got a couple more jobs and I'm like, I'm noticing a pattern that when there's input, there is output. And maybe it's not always one to one, but the more input you have, the more output you will have. And it won't be the same amount every single time, but it is the truth, right? Like if you put nothing in, you're getting nothing out. Because that's exactly what I was doing. I was putting nothing in. I was showing up to work and I was just miserable. And I would just go home and then just sleep. And I was putting nothing in. And then now in my new job, I come home and I make some ads and then I go door to door and then I complete jobs and I'm getting something out of it. And of course, there's still a long way to go. There's still plenty of things to do. But the truth is that everything that you want is potentially achievable by doing the same thing for long enough, right? It's not always the most convenient and easy and best thing, but you just have to do the same thing over and over again consistently for years in order to get what you want, right? Because I'm 20 right now. If I keep up what I'm doing now for the next 10 years, even if I'm not posting every single day and I'm not putting every hour I have into work, I will still be in a significantly better place than if I wasn't doing any of that, if I was just clocking in and clocking out. Of course, I understand there's more to life than just making money, but having money lets you enjoy those things significantly more without nearly as much stress. So I always saw other people on social media like living their lives and like, wow, it looks so amazing. Like, people travel the world and people pay them to travel the world because they're famous, right? Like it's insane. And I always wanted that. And I still want that. But now I understand that you need to put effort in to get there. And I will put in effort to get there. And I will keep putting it in until I do. And then I'll keep putting it in because that's who I am. If hard work if hard work made millionaires, then construction workers would be billionaires, right? Like I have seen my dad every day, every day for the last 20 years, like my whole life, my entire life. All I've seen is him wake up at 4 in the morning, go to work 10 hours, 12 hours, something like that, come home absolutely destroyed, and do it again the next morning. And for what? For like slightly above average pay? Like, that just sounds terrible to me. Think of all the people that are profiting off you. If anyone's going to profit off you, why shouldn't it be yourself? I promise you, working a 9 to 5 will never benefit you. Of course, there's skills and attributes that you can pick up, and not everyone can be a business owner. Otherwise, there would be so much competition that nobody could really do anything. But you need to understand that you have to do something. Whatever it is, just do it. Right? Like right now. Do something. Whatever you've been thinking about, just do it. Seriously, that's it. Just do it. Like right now.